Your soulmate's silence hides a choice that will hurt you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. The quiet you are sitting in is not empty, and it's not random. Silence in a soulmate connection is never neutral. It carries weight, intention, and unfinished truth. Somewhere between the pauses, the delayed replies, and the emotional distance, a decision is forming, and your soul already feels it before your mind is ready to accept it. That's why you feel unsettled without knowing why memories resurface at night, why your chest feels heavy even when nothing bad has happened yet. Stay till the end, because this is not meant to scare you, it's meant to prepare you. Your soulmate is standing at a crossroads, and silence is how they are buying time to choose without facing the consequences out loud. This message is for you because you've been questioning yourself, wondering if you're overthinking, if you're imagining the shift, if you should just be patient a little longer. But listen to this carefully. Intuition speaks softly, and fear speaks loudly. What you're sensing is intuition. Your soulmate knows exactly what they feel. Confusion is not the issue. The issue is courage. They are weighing comfort against truth, familiarity against destiny, and one of those paths does not include you the way your heart hoped it would. Don't scroll away now, because the universe does not reveal this kind of message unless it matters. Angel numbers have been showing up around you for a reason. Seeing 222 when you think about them isn't about union right now, it's about imbalance being exposed. Seeing 555 isn't random either, it's a warning that change is unavoidable. Seeing 444 when you feel anxious is reassurance that you are protected, even if the truth hurts. Your heart needs this right now because waiting in uncertainty slowly breaks the spirit, and the universe refuses to let you stay stuck in emotional limbo. Your soulmate's silence is not kindness, and it's not healing, it's avoidance. Avoidance of confrontation, avoidance of accountability, avoidance of admitting that their choice will cause pain. They may still care, they may still think of you, they may still feel connected, but caring without choosing is still a choice, and it's the one that hurts the most. Listen to this, because this is where spiritual awakening begins. Soulmate connections are not just about love, they are about truth. They surface wounds, expose patterns, and force growth. Right now, the lesson is not about holding on harder, it's about seeing clearly. Your soulmate's silence is forcing you to look at how much uncertainty you've been carrying, how much emotional weight you've been holding alone, how often you've made excuses for behavior that made you feel small. This message is for you because your soul is ready to stop interpreting silence as hope. Silence is an answer when words are withheld. Stay with this message, because the universe is not asking you to confront them, chase them, or demand clarity. It's asking you to listen to what's already being shown. Actions speak in frequencies, not sentences. If someone truly intends to choose you, clarity follows, even when timing is imperfect. Delayed truth is still a decision. Your heart needs this right now because you've been hoping that patience would turn into reassurance, but patience without honesty turns into self-abandonment. Don't scroll, because this part matters deeply. The pain you are sensing hasn't fully arrived yet, but your soul feels it approaching because truth is forming beneath the silence. That doesn't mean you're about to lose everything, it means you're about to stop losing yourself. Angel numbers are appearing not to promise reunion, but to anchor you back into your own worth. Seeing 111 now is not about them choosing you, it's about you choosing alignment. Seeing 333 is a reminder that higher guidance is walking with you through this awakening. Your soulmate's silence is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your clarity. This is where destiny steps in and asks you to release attachment to outcomes that require you to shrink. Listen to this gently, because the universe is not cruel, even when the lesson is painful. If someone is unable to choose you with openness and honesty, they are not aligned with the future version of you that is emerging. Stay till the end, because here is the truth meant to soothe you. Whatever choice your soulmate makes, it cannot take away what is meant for you. Silence may hide a decision that hurts, but it also reveals a truth that frees. The universe does not remove someone to punish you, it removes confusion to make space for alignment. You are not being abandoned, you are being redirected. Breathe into that. Ground yourself in that. Trust what your intuition has been showing you all along. And if this message resonated with your soul, if you felt seen, understood, or steadied while listening, subscribe to this channel so you stay connected to what the universe is revealing next, because clarity always comes before peace, and you are closer to both than you think. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's unfolding now is the layer beneath the silence, and this message is for you because your heart needs clarity, not confusion. After the universe reveals the truth hidden inside quiet moments, it doesn't stop there, it begins showing you why the silence exists in the first place. Your soulmate's distance is not accidental, and it's not because they don't feel anything. In fact, it's because they feel too much and don't know how to carry it without disrupting the life they've built around comfort. Silence becomes their shelter, a place where they can delay truth while convincing themselves they're protecting everyone involved. Stay till the end, because understanding this will shift how you see everything you've been blaming yourself for. They are aware of the choice forming inside them, and they are aware it will hurt you, which is exactly why they haven't spoken yet. Speaking would make it real. Speaking would require accountability. So instead, they pause, hoping time will soften the impact or that circumstances will decide for them. This message is for you because you've been feeling that hesitation in your body, not just your thoughts. That sudden tightness in your chest, the waves of sadness that come without warning, the feeling that something meaningful is being decided without your voice in the room. Don't scroll away now, because this is where many people lose themselves trying to interpret silence as patience. Patience is mutual. Silence that leaves you anxious is not patience, it's emotional suspension. Angel numbers have been appearing more insistently because the universe is trying to interrupt that suspension. Seeing 222 again and again is not a promise of union, it's a signal that balance is missing. Seeing 555 means a choice is inevitable. Seeing 444 means you are protected even if the outcome isn't what you hoped for. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you've been giving the benefit of the doubt while slowly abandoning your own emotional safety. Listen to this carefully, because soulmate connections don't teach us how to endure pain, they teach us how to recognize truth. Your soulmate's silence is not neutral ground, it's a decision to avoid discomfort at the expense of your clarity. They may still think of you, miss you, feel drawn to you, but feeling without choosing still results in loss. And the loss is not love, it's trust. This message is for you because the universe is asking you to stop translating silence into hope. Hope without action becomes self-betrayal. Stay with this message, because this is where the spiritual awakening deepens. You are being shown the difference between destiny and attachment. Destiny never asks you to sit in confusion. Destiny may test timing, but it never withholds truth indefinitely. What you're experiencing now is the final test of discernment. Can you honor what you feel without clinging to what hurts? Don't scroll, because this next part matters deeply. Your soulmate's internal conflict is real, but it is not your responsibility to resolve it. They are weighing comfort against honesty, familiarity against growth, and whichever path they choose will define who they are becoming, not who you are. Your heart needs this right now because you've been quietly wondering if loving deeply makes you vulnerable to pain. The universe wants you to know that loving deeply is not the mistake, staying where love is not met with clarity is. Angel numbers continue to guide you because you are being asked to shift your focus back to yourself. Seeing 111 now is a call to realign with your own truth. Seeing 333 is a reminder that higher guidance is close, especially when emotions feel overwhelming. Listen to this, because the silence is not here to punish you, it's here to wake you up. You are not meant to wait indefinitely for someone to decide whether you are worth choosing openly. Soulmate energy does not excuse emotional avoidance. If anything, it demands more honesty, not less. Stay till the end, because this is where empowerment replaces anxiety. The universe is not taking something away from you, it is preventing you from building your future on uncertainty. Whatever choice your soulmate makes, it will reveal alignment or misalignment clearly, and clarity is always kinder than prolonged silence. You are being prepared to receive truth without collapsing, to accept outcomes without losing faith, and to move forward without carrying unnecessary emotional weight. Breathe into that. Trust that the universe is guiding you out of confusion and into self-respect. This chapter is not ending because you were not enough. It is transforming because you are becoming more aware. And awareness is the doorway to peace, even when the truth arrives with discomfort. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's being revealed now is the emotional truth that silence can no longer hide, and this message is for you because your heart is ready to understand instead of just endure. At this stage, the universe is no longer whispering hints. It is steadily placing clarity in front of you, asking you to stop interpreting pain as patience. Your soulmate's silence has moved beyond uncertainty and into intention, not necessarily because they want to hurt you, but because they are choosing what feels easiest for them in this moment. And that realization is heavy, because it forces you to see that love can exist without alignment, and feelings can exist without commitment. Stay till the end, because this understanding is not meant to break you, it's meant to release you. Your soulmate is aware that their silence has consequences. They feel it. They sense the energetic shift. They notice the way the connection feels strained instead of fluid. But instead of stepping forward, they hesitate, hoping the universe will soften the impact of a choice they are already leaning toward. This message is for you because your soul has been picking up on that hesitation, translating it into anxiety, restlessness, and emotional exhaustion. Don't scroll away now, because this is where discernment becomes sacred. Silence is not always confusion, sometimes it is a decision being protected from confrontation. And when someone protects a decision instead of communicating it, it's often because they know it will cause pain. Angel numbers have been appearing more frequently because the universe is trying to anchor you back into truth instead of hope built on uncertainty. Seeing 555 repeatedly is not a coincidence, it signals inevitable change. Seeing 222 highlights imbalance that can no longer be ignored. Seeing 444 is reassurance that even in this discomfort, you are being divinely supported. Your heart needs this right now because you've been holding space for someone who hasn't been holding space for your clarity. Listen carefully, because soulmate connections don't ask you to stay confused to prove your love. They awaken you to self-respect. Your soulmate's silence is forcing you to confront a hard truth: love without honesty slowly erodes trust. They may still care, still feel the pull, still think about you late at night, but caring in secret while withholding truth still creates harm. This message is for you because the universe is shifting your focus from their internal struggle to your own well-being. You were never meant to wait indefinitely in emotional limbo. Stay with this message, because this is where spiritual awakening deepens. Awakening doesn't always feel peaceful. Sometimes it feels like grief for the version of the future you imagined. You are grieving potential, not reality, and that distinction matters. Don't scroll, because this next realization is powerful. Your soulmate's inability to choose clearly is not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their readiness. Readiness cannot be forced, begged for, or weighted into existence. It arrives only when fear loosens its grip. Your heart needs this reassurance because you've been wondering if loving deeply means you lose in the end. The universe wants you to know that loving deeply teaches you how to recognize when love is no longer meeting you with integrity. Angelic guidance is surrounding you now because you are at a turning point. Seeing 111 is a call to realign with your own truth instead of someone else's uncertainty. Seeing 333 is a reminder that higher wisdom is guiding you through this emotional fog. Listen to this, because the silence is no longer asking for patience, it is asking for awareness. You are being invited to stop waiting for words and start trusting actions. If someone truly intends to choose you, clarity follows naturally, even if the path is imperfect. Delayed clarity is still clarity denied. Stay till the end, because this is where empowerment replaces longing. You are not being asked to confront them in anger or withdraw in bitterness. You are being asked to see clearly and respond with self-respect. The universe is not removing love from your life, it is removing confusion disguised as hope. Whatever choice your soulmate makes will soon surface, because silence cannot hold truth forever. And when that truth arrives, you will not be unprepared. You will be grounded, aware, and steady, because this awakening has strengthened you. Breathe into that knowing. Trust that clarity, even when painful, is a form of protection. This chapter is guiding you out of uncertainty and back into alignment with yourself, and that alignment is the foundation for the love that will meet you with honesty, presence, and peace. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's unfolding now is the moment where emotional truth stops whispering and starts standing in front of you, and this message is for you because your heart needs grounding, not guessing. At this stage, the silence has done its work. It has revealed patterns, exposed imbalance, and stripped away illusions that once felt comforting. Your soulmate's quiet is no longer just absence, it has become information. Information about what they are willing to face and what they are still avoiding. And the universe is asking you to see it clearly, without anger, without denial, and without self-blame. Stay till the end, because this understanding is not meant to harden you, it's meant to free you. Your soulmate is now living with the consequences of hesitation. Silence protected them from confrontation, but it did not protect them from truth. Truth has been meeting them in moments of loneliness, in late-night thoughts, in the realization that emotional avoidance comes with a cost. They are starting to feel that cost internally, even if they haven't expressed it outwardly. This message is for you because you have been carrying uncertainty quietly, trying to remain patient while slowly feeling your own emotional needs fade into the background. Don't scroll away now, because this is where the spiritual lesson deepens. Soulmate connections are mirrors, and right now the mirror is showing you how often you've put understanding someone else above honoring yourself. Angel numbers continue to appear because the universe is reinforcing your awakening. Seeing 444 when you feel emotionally drained is reassurance that you are protected and supported. Seeing 555 is confirmation that this phase cannot remain the same. Seeing 111 is a call back to self-alignment, not wishful thinking. Your heart needs this reminder because love is not meant to keep you in suspense. Silence that leaves you anxious is not sacred timing, it's emotional imbalance asking to be corrected. Listen carefully, because this is where clarity replaces hope built on uncertainty. Your soulmate's silence has allowed them to postpone a difficult choice, but it has also allowed you to see how it feels to be left without reassurance. That feeling matters. It is not weakness, it is information. This message is for you because the universe is teaching you discernment, the ability to recognize when love is present but integrity is missing. Love without integrity creates confusion. Integrity without love creates emptiness. Alignment requires both. Stay with this message, because you are being asked to release the fantasy of what could be and honor the reality of what is. This doesn't mean your connection wasn't real, it means it served its purpose. Some soulmates come to awaken us, not to stay forever in the same form. Don't scroll, because this next realization is powerful. You are not losing love, you are shedding attachment to uncertainty. Your soulmate is being confronted with their own emotional limitations. They are seeing that silence did not bring peace, only temporary relief. Relief fades. Truth remains. They may feel regret, conflict, or longing, but those feelings do not automatically translate into readiness. And readiness is what sustains love. Your heart needs this clarity right now because you've been questioning whether waiting longer would change the outcome. The universe wants you to know that waiting does not create courage in someone else, self-awareness does. Angelic guidance is surrounding you because you are nearing emotional independence from this outcome. Seeing 333 reminds you that higher wisdom is guiding you gently away from self-betrayal. Seeing 222 highlights the imbalance that can no longer be ignored. Listen to this, because this phase is about reclaiming your energy. You are not being asked to shut down emotionally or build walls. You are being asked to stop carrying responsibility for someone else's choices. Silence was their coping mechanism, clarity is becoming yours. Stay till the end, because this is where empowerment settles in. You are allowed to desire honesty. You are allowed to step back when clarity is withheld. You are allowed to trust what your body and spirit have been signaling all along. The universe does not guide you into confusion to teach you patience, it guides you out of confusion to teach you self-respect. Whatever choice your soulmate ultimately makes, it will soon be revealed through action or continued avoidance. Either way, you are no longer in the dark. You are awake. You are aware. And that awareness is protection. Take a breath, release the need to interpret silence any further, and trust that clarity is already forming around you. This chapter is not ending because you were not enough, it is transforming because you are becoming more aligned with truth. And alignment always leads you closer to peace, even when the path passes through discomfort first. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what you're standing in now is the emotional threshold where truth stops circling and starts settling, and this message is for you because your heart needs steadiness, not more questions. The silence you've been living inside has done something important. It has slowed you down enough to hear yourself. At first, the quiet felt confusing, then painful, then heavy, and now it feels revealing. Your soulmate's silence has stopped feeling mysterious and started feeling instructive. It's showing you what happens when love exists without the courage to choose it openly. And that realization doesn't arrive gently, it arrives in waves of clarity that shake old hopes loose. Stay till the end, because this phase is not about loss, it's about reclaiming yourself. Your soulmate is now fully aware that their silence changed the dynamic forever. They feel it in the distance between you, in the energy that no longer feels soft or flowing, but restrained. Silence protected them from immediate discomfort, but it did not protect the bond. Bonds require presence to survive, and absence slowly rewrites meaning. This message is for you because you've been sensing that shift, feeling how something once warm has cooled, not because love disappeared, but because uncertainty drained it. Don't scroll away now, because this is where the universe asks you to stop romanticizing potential and start honoring reality. Angel numbers have continued to appear because you are being guided through emotional maturation. Seeing 555 now isn't chaos, it's release. Seeing 444 isn't warning, it's reassurance that you are supported while you let go of what no longer feels aligned. Seeing 111 is a reminder that a new internal chapter has already begun, even if the external story feels unresolved. Your heart needs this grounding right now because you've spent so much time trying to understand their inner conflict that you forgot to ask how the silence made you feel. And how it made you feel matters. Love that leaves you anxious, hyper-aware, and uncertain is not aligned love, no matter how deep the connection once felt. Listen carefully, because this is where spiritual awakening becomes practical. Awakening is not just about recognizing soul bonds, it's about recognizing when a soul bond has shifted into a lesson. Your soulmate's silence has become a mirror showing you how often you minimized your needs to preserve connection. That wasn't weakness, it was love, but love without balance becomes self-erasure. This message is for you because the universe is gently but firmly guiding you back into self-respect. You are being asked to detach from the outcome, not from your heart. Detachment is not indifference, it's clarity without desperation. Stay with this message, because this is where emotional sovereignty returns. Your soulmate is facing their own reckoning. They are realizing that silence did not spare them from consequences, it delayed them. Delay has a cost. It creates distance that cannot always be undone. They may feel regret, nostalgia, or longing, but those feelings alone do not rebuild trust. Trust requires choice, consistency, and courage. Your heart needs this truth right now because you've been holding on to the hope that realization alone would change things. Realization is only the first step, action is what transforms connections. Don't scroll, because this next insight is critical. You are no longer meant to wait for someone else's readiness to define your peace. Peace comes from alignment, not anticipation. Angelic guidance is surrounding you now because you are being guided into emotional independence, not isolation. Seeing 333 is a reminder that higher wisdom is helping you integrate this lesson gently. Seeing 222 is showing you where imbalance existed and why it could not continue. Listen to this, because this phase is not about closing your heart, it's about opening it to yourself first. As you step back emotionally, not in bitterness but in clarity, the energetic dynamic changes. You are no longer feeding uncertainty with hope. You are no longer interpreting silence as potential. You are allowing things to be what they are. And that shift is powerful. Stay till the end, because this is where relief begins to replace tension. You may still care. You may still feel tenderness. But you are no longer abandoning yourself to maintain connection. The universe is teaching you that love should expand you, not keep you suspended. Whatever your soulmate ultimately chooses will reveal itself through consistency or continued avoidance. Either way, you are no longer trapped in waiting. You are grounded. You are awake. You are aligned with truth. Take a breath and let that settle. This chapter is not closing with bitterness, but with maturity. You are not losing love, you are gaining discernment. And discernment is the foundation of peace, clarity, and the love that will meet you without hesitation, silence, or doubt. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what you're stepping into now is the moment where the universe stops circling the lesson and begins sealing it into wisdom, and this message is for you because your heart needs resolution, not repetition. The silence that once felt confusing no longer has the same power over you, and that shift didn't happen by accident. It happened because you finally stopped asking the silence to mean something it never promised to be. Your soulmate's quiet has done everything it was meant to do. It exposed imbalance, awakened self-respect, and brought you face to face with a truth that was forming long before words failed. This is the phase where emotional attachment loosens and spiritual clarity settles in. Stay till the end, because this is not about closure through conversation, it's about closure through understanding. Your soulmate has now reached the point where their silence can no longer protect them from consequence. Whether they speak or not, the choice they've been making internally has already shaped the outcome. Silence does not pause energy, it directs it. And the energy has shifted away from uncertainty and toward truth. This message is for you because you are no longer meant to decode their inner world. You are meant to inhabit your own fully. The universe has been guiding you gently, persistently, through signs and sensations, not to keep you hoping, but to keep you grounded. Angel numbers have continued to appear because alignment is stabilizing. Seeing 444 now is not just protection, it's confirmation that you are standing on solid ground. Seeing 555 is no longer warning, it's release. Seeing 111 is no longer anticipation, it's ownership of a new chapter. Your heart needs this right now because you've been through the hardest part already, letting go of the version of love that required you to wait in silence. Listen carefully, because this is where the spiritual lesson completes itself. Soulmate connections are not always meant to last forever in form, but they are always meant to last forever in impact. This connection came into your life to awaken you to your emotional truth, not to trap you in uncertainty. And now that awakening has matured. You no longer feel the same urgency to be chosen, because you have chosen yourself. That choice quietly rewrote everything. Don't scroll away now, because this is the moment where peace begins to replace longing. Your soulmate may still feel you energetically. They may still think of you, wonder about you, or even regret their silence. But their internal process is no longer yours to carry. You are no longer responsible for holding space for a choice that required you to disappear. This message is for you because the universe is honoring your growth. You stayed open without losing yourself, patient without abandoning your needs, and compassionate without betraying your truth. That balance is rare, and it's sacred. Angelic guidance surrounds you now not because something is about to break, but because something has settled. The anxiety that once lived in your chest has softened. The questions that once kept you awake have quieted. And in that quiet, you are finding yourself again. Listen to this, because the end of confusion does not always come with answers, sometimes it comes with peace that no longer needs them. Whatever your soulmate chooses from here will unfold naturally, without you forcing clarity or chasing truth. And whatever unfolds will meet you at a level of self-respect you didn't have before this journey began. Stay with this feeling, because it is alignment. You are no longer bracing for pain. You are grounded in acceptance. You are no longer waiting for someone else to choose you, you are walking forward already chosen by yourself and supported by the universe. This chapter did not end because you weren't enough. It ended because you became more than what silence could hold. Take a breath and let that truth settle deeply. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not losing love. You are completing a lesson that has strengthened your intuition, sharpened your discernment, and anchored you in self-worth. And from this place, only connections rooted in clarity, presence, and honesty will be able to meet you. That is the real gift hidden inside the silence. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what you are entering now is the after-truth, the quiet power that comes once the lesson has settled into your bones, and this message is for you because your heart is finally strong enough to hold it. This is the stage where the universe stops teaching through pain and starts teaching through peace. The silence that once felt sharp no longer cuts the same way, because you've stopped leaning into it for answers. You're no longer asking it to explain itself. And that is not emotional shutdown, that is spiritual maturity. Your soulmate's silence no longer defines your emotional weather, and that shift is everything. Stay till the end, because this is where you understand why this connection unfolded the way it did. Some soulmates come not to stay forever, but to wake us up to the parts of ourselves we were neglecting. They arrive like mirrors, reflecting both love and imbalance, and when their role is complete, the universe slowly removes their voice so you can hear your own again. This message is for you because you are hearing yourself now. You are noticing how much lighter your body feels when you stop checking for signs from them and start noticing signs within yourself. Angel numbers are still appearing, but their meaning has changed. Seeing 444 now affirms stability within you. Seeing 111 is no longer about beginnings with someone else, it's about alignment with your own path. Seeing 8 hours 88 minutes signals karmic completion, a cycle closing not in anger, but in understanding. Your heart needs this right now because you're realizing that love should never require you to live in uncertainty. Real love speaks. Real love chooses. Real love does not hide behind silence while you carry the emotional cost alone. Listen carefully, because this is the final integration of the lesson. The pain was never the silence itself, it was what the silence asked you to tolerate. And you no longer tolerate it. Don't scroll away now, because this is where empowerment fully lands. You are not waiting for clarity anymore because clarity has arrived internally. Whether your soulmate ever explains themselves or not no longer determines your peace. That is freedom. That is growth. Your soulmate may still sense you energetically, may still feel a tug, may still recognize the loss now that the space has grown real. But recognition after loss does not obligate you to reopen a door that cost you your sense of self. This message is for you because you are being reminded that choosing yourself is not abandonment, it is alignment. The universe never wanted you to suffer in silence. It wanted you to outgrow it. And you did. Angelic guidance surrounds you now not as warning, but as affirmation. You did not harden. You did not close your heart. You refined it. You learned discernment. You learned that depth without clarity is not destiny. You learned that silence can be a message, and the strongest response is self-respect. Stay with this truth, because this is where your future shifts. From this place, only connections that meet you with honesty, presence, and emotional courage will be able to stay. Anything less will feel immediately out of alignment. And that is not loss, that is protection. Breathe into that knowing. Let your nervous system settle into the safety of clarity. The universe is not asking you to look back anymore. It is asking you to move forward carrying wisdom instead of wounds. This chapter is complete, not because love failed, but because you evolved. And from this place, what comes next will not arrive in silence, confusion, or doubt. It will arrive clearly, openly, and without making you question your worth. That is how you know the lesson worked.